Government of India, Srimati Anupriya Patel, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, senior officials of Government of India and Government of State, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. Today's event is a part of the Out Australia. These are fairly comprehensive trade agreements which cover both services and other areas which growth in the trade leading to growth is the big story the country is witnessing with regard to the exports, the contribution of exports in our economy, the growth which has happened over a period of time and where we have now almost 20% of the GDP contribution coming in from exports. It's something which leads to opportunities, employment, addition to the state GSDP, and ensuring that the overall development happens across the country. So, exports as a strategy is part of the whole government's initiative to ensure that as we move on services, where we are witnessing a higher growth, and services is not only in IT-enabled services, but going to both these UAE and Australia. We had a consultation cutting across industries and a number of times even to an individual sector and individual took place with the ministries, with these sectors, with the right now some of the concerns which were raised, whether it was the pharma industry, whether it was the IT and IT-enabled services.
For Commerce and Industry, Government of India, my senior colleagues, Sri Amit Yadav, Additional Secretary in Department of Commerce, and Sri Jay Salingar, Principal Secretary, Commerce and Industries, Government of Telangana, distinguished participants from the industry, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. It gives me great privilege to participate in this event as the Chief Nodal Officer for Telangana in the Department of Commerce. Some of you may be aware that I served in the state of Hyderabad as Regional Passport Officer in 2011 to 14 and interacted with a lot of industry representatives at that time, and now I got a renewed opportunity to work with you all and also for the state of Telangana. For immediately giving time to organize this event in Hyderabad. Thank you, sir. So that is the reason we were able to organize the first outreach event on these two free trade agreements, the India-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement and the India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, which we have signed recently. So that is the reason, thank you sir, we got the opportunity to do the event here in Hyderabad. And thank you again also for accepting and kindly making it convenient to participate in today's event. I already briefly made a presentation on these two agreements to the participants, but for the benefit of the Honorable Ministers and also I'll also inform them about the outcome of the deliberations which were held by the industry participants as a part of the panel discussions. I'll quickly go through the slides. Next slide. Sir, slides sir. These two countries are very important to India because UAE is the second largest export destination of India after United States. We exported nearly.
But of course, as you all know, it's by and large focused on two economies, the US and Europe, and hence an agreement of this nature will definitely help us to great step, and we are committed to work with you to ensure to make this opportunity.
Thank you. To say a few.
Minister Sir, Madam, Amitabh Sir and Jayshree Sir. I'm representing APCS in the recent past, the ones the Ministry of Finance announced about the recovery of this SEZ Plus. These kind of FTAs which are WTO compliant will certainly help our SEZ study, which we are supposed to submit to the Ministry very shortly. So two things I would like to say here. Most important thing that for infrastructure, like when we go to these two countries, when we go to UAE or Australia, we talk about the infrastructure, the Burj Khalifa or the Opera House. Very soon, people are going to visit India to see such kind of developments, especially in the state of Telangana. The recent past, our Honorable Prime Minister announced the Gati Shakti. The kind of speed it is going at is really wonderful and taking the pace. I would like all the audience to give a big applause for the kind of initiative taken by the Ministry of Government of India. Coming back to Telangana, sir, the kind of speed which the government works, the government challenges itself in Telangana, especially the bureaucrats and all. When you talk about entire policies depend upon the single window. We talk about the one-stop shops. Here we already been implementing for last 4-5 years. The industry is very happy.
Million, which is less than 1%. So I'm sure this kind of trade agreement which has been now signed is going to open a lot of doors for industries in general in India across and industries in Telangana in particular, as in Hyderabad. And this will open up a numerous opportunities for us to pursue and fill up the space, which is enormous amount of potential exists in this. To what extent we're able to leverage it, up to us. And Australia, for very strange reasons, has not received the kind of attention which is what it deserved. But going forward, now that there is a focus on Australia to business, actually much easier to access, extraordinary stable country, highly advanced country, wonderful infrastructure. I think this possibility for Australia is enormous. How much we can take advantage of that is up to us. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister for Tourism, Culture and Donor, Shri Kishan Reddy Garu, Honorable Minister of State for Industry and Commerce, Srimati Anupriya Patel Garu, Mr. Amit Yadav, Dr. Shrikar Reddy, representatives of various export promotion councils, officials of commerce, senior representatives of domestic industries here in Hyderabad, of you, on behalf of the Minister for Industries, Shri K.T. Ramarao, and on behalf of the Telangana government, I would like to congratulate Commerce Ministry for the successful conclusion of this very landmark free trade agreements with United Arab Emirates and Australia. I would also like to offer our compliments, particularly to Mr. Amit Yadav and Dr. Shrikar Reddy for playing such a pivotal role that in the grand vision of India becoming a $5 trillion economy, exports are going to play a very important role. And it is anticipated that almost more than 20-25% of this $5 trillion size of the economy will be contributed through our exports. In Telangana also, the state government has been giving a major emphasis on improving our export competitiveness. And if you look at the performance of exports over the last 7 years, the numbers are indeed very remarkable. In 20 crores, 7 years down the line in 21-22, we don't have complete data of 21-22. The figures are only till February. I'm sure when March data is added, because lots of data is recorded in the month of March, the numbers will be even more impressive. But from 7 years ago, when our numbers was 35,400, we have now reached a number of 73,700 crores. So we have almost doubled. And as I said, if we wait for one more month's data, I'm very confident that we'll be touching close to 80,000 crores. This is just the merchandise export, by the way. We all know the kind of software exports which happen from Hyderabad. I don't have to tell you that we are registering year after year after year the highest growth rates in software exports. Our numbers now touch close to 1,45,000 crores. And again, when this year's numbers come, typically on June 2nd, which is our state formation day, we publicize these numbers. I'm very confident that there will be a very significant increase over last year's figures.
Shri Amit Yadav ji, Shri Jayesh Ranjan, Dr. Shrikar Reddy, all our senior officials from Government of India and the State Government of Telangana, our esteemed guests from the industry associations, from the business community, EPCs, exporting community, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you who joined us today for this first ever stakeholders outreach program that we are organizing after the conclusion of the two very important FTAs, the India and UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Well, I thank you not just for joining, but also for the extreme optimism and the enthusiasm that you're showing towards this very important milestone which we have achieved in this very great initiative that the Government of India has taken by taking our bilateral relationships with our top trading partners, UAE and Australia, to the next level. So thank you very much. I would also like to take this opportunity for thanking Farmexcel especially and the other APCs and the state government, the Department of Industries and IT, who all put in a lot of effort for making this program, this event, a huge success by bringing all of you here and making this whole event very meaningful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've sat through a plenary discussion, and I'm sure lots of doubts have been cleared. The nitty-gritties of the two FTAs have been explained to you in great detail. And the scope of these two FTAs that we have concluded, what exactly are you going to gain out of it? Very, very important comprehensive agreements. And the whole idea is, as our senior officer and additional secretary, Mr. Amit Yadav ji, also explained, that before these two agreements come into effect, you have to be aware completely with each and every detail of these two agreements, and you have to completely understand how you have to get into action so that by the time these two agreements get into effect, you are already prepared and ready to make use of this tremendous opportunity. That is the whole idea of all of us coming together here in the state of Telangana, which is also one of the top exporting states of India. Ladies and gentlemen, India's trade and commerce has been passing through an epochal phase, because with every passing day, we have some of the other big achievement. And it is no mean achievement that we have registered the highest ever annual exports of $669.65 billion, which is a 34.5% jump over the same period last year. The efforts of Ministry of Commerce and Industry have also been lauded for surpassing the 400 billion target which we set for merchandise exports for this year and achieving the target of $419.65 billion. Also, the services exports have achieved the all-time high, and they have been
my colleague minister, Srimati Anupriya Patel ji, Commerce and Industry Sri Amit Yadav ji, Additional Secretary, Commerce Government of India, Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, Sri Srikar Reddy ji, Joint Secretary, Nodal Officer for the State of Telangana, Government of India, and all respected friends, and I would like to start and thanking the Pharmaceutical Exports Promotion Council of India, Ministry of Commerce, Government of India for inviting me today to speak with you. अनुप्रिया पटेल जी बात करने के बाद कोई बात करने का, अनुप्रिया जी आपके सामने व्यक्त किया है मेरा दृष्टिकोण से एक पूरा डिटेल एक चित्र भारत का आपके सामने रखे हैं. A few days ago, the International Monetary Fund projected India's growth rate to be 8.2% for this financial year 22-23 in the latest. This makes India the fastest growing major economy in the world. This robust growth is built on several initiatives of the Government of India, includes Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji call for a Atmanirbhar Bharat. India's record vaccination drive with more than 187 crores being administered, saving lives and securing the livelihoods. Strong exports owing to Indian goods and services being preferred across the globe. India merchandise exports reached a record high of 470 billion US dollars for 21-22. India services exports achieved the target of 250 billion US dollars in 2021 US dollars. India's non-basmati rice, just now we saw in the presentation, non-basmati rice exports by 109% since 2014 to 6.1 billion US dollars. India's sugar exports growth by 291%, increased 4 times from 560. A new India that offers quality, a new India that offers reliability, a new India that offers scale, a new India that offers innovation, the new India that offers cost effectiveness, a new India that promotes entrepreneurship, a new India that invites the world to make in India. Anupriyaji told, from 142 rank in 2014, now 62 rank in 2019 in the world books of easy of doing business index. Promoted innovation. India improved in the global innovation index from value over 1 billion US dollars. India is expected to have 250 unicorn by 2025, which will be create crores of direct jobs and employment opportunities. Friend, scheme in 14 key sectors. These sectors, to name a few, include mobile manufacturing and specified 97,000 crores rupees has been budgeted for these PILI schemes. Production tiles, electronics have been selected as a beneficiaries under the PLI schemes. The drug intermediates and active pharmaceutical ingredients in Telangana, 14 companies have been awarded approvals for 27 products of the total 50 awarded so far. Friends, in the last 8 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has built a strong, secure, favorable trade agreements and comprehensive economic partnership and in defense sector also initiatives. Friends, currently the overall merchandise exports of Telangana Minister Narendra Modi ji. The state's scores in infrastructure indicator of infrastructure connectivity projects in the 7 engines Prime Minister told, 1 road and international recognition that the whole India years of independence as a Azad Ka Amrit Mahotsav. I request the various industry bodies to participate in various programs under Azad Ka Amrit Mahotsav, state manufacturing industry and Telangana state export sector will encourage all the manufacturing sector in future. Our Prime Minister, my Prime Minister, your Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is one of the important export-oriented manufacturing hub in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Desai.
తెలుగు సార్ నాకు రాదు చెప్పండి సార్.
మిత్రులందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఇటీవల భారత ప్రభుత్వం ఆస్ట్రేలియా దేశంతోనూ అనేక రకాల వ్యాపార ఒప్పందాలు చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది. ప్రధానంగా భారతదేశం నుంచి యునైటెడ్ అరబ్ ఎమిరేట్స్ దేశాలకు అదేవిధంగా ఆస్ట్రేలియాకు ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేసుకోవడం కోసం అనేక చర్చలు జరిపి ఒప్పందం రావడం జరిగింది. ఈరోజు ఈ 2 దేశాలలో భారతదేశం నుంచి అనేక రకాల ఎగుమతులు చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఏర్పడింది. ఈ ఉద్దేశంతో వాటన్నిటిని కూడా ఈ యొక్క రంగంలో పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలకు, మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ యూనిట్స్కు, ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఎగుమతి చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఎగుమతిదారులకు తెలియజేయాలి. ఆయా రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలతో ఈ యొక్క రంగాలపైన, ఎగుమతి చేసేటువంటి రంగాలపైన రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలు కూడా దృష్టి పెట్టి దీనికి ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లాలనేటువంటి లక్ష్యంతో భారత ప్రభుత్వము ఈ రకమైనటువంటి మరి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కావచ్చు, ఆఫీసులు కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ యూనిట్స్ కావచ్చు, వాళ్ళందరితో కలిసి ఈ యొక్క యునైటెడ్ అరబ్ ఎమిరేట్స్, ఆస్ట్రేలియా దేశాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ విషయంలో వాళ్ళను ప్రోత్సహించాలి, వాళ్ళకు భారత ప్రభుత్వము సౌకర్యాలు కలిగించాలి. అదేవిధంగా ఆయా మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ సెంటర్ సంబంధించినటువంటి సమస్యలు కూడా ఏమైనా ఉంటే వాళ్ళతో కలిసి కూర్చొని చర్చించాలనేటువంటి దృక్పథంతో ఈ రకమైనటువంటి సమావేశాలు నిర్వహిస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ఇందులో ఈరోజు తెలంగాణలో ఉన్నటువంటి అన్ని రకాల ఎగుమతి చేసేటువంటి వ్యాపార సంస్థలు ఏవైతున్నాయో, అదేవిధంగా మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ యూనిట్స్ ఏవైతున్నాయో, పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలు ఏవైతున్నారో వాళ్ళందరినీ పిలిచి ఈ రకమైనటువంటి సమావేశాలు నిర్వహిస్తూ ఉన్నాం. వారికి సంబంధించినటువంటి రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలతో సత్సంబంధాలతో ఈ యొక్క ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేసేటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలను మరింతగా ప్రోత్సహించాలి. ప్రపంచంలో భారతదేశం కూడా ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ రంగంలో మరి కీలక పాత్ర పోషించాలనేటువంటి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు మరి ఆత్మనిర్భర భారత్ ఏదైతున్నదో అందులో భాగంగా ఈ యొక్క సమావేశాలు నిర్వహిస్తూ ఉన్నాము. ఆ రకంగా ప్రధానమంత్రి గతి శక్తి ద్వారా ఏ రకమైనటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు భారత ప్రభుత్వం తీసుకుంటుందో, భవిష్యత్తు భారతదేశం ఏ రకంగా అభివృద్ధి చెందుతుందో ఈ విషయాలన్నింటినీ కూడా పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలకు తెలియజేసేటువంటి కార్యక్రమం మేము ఈ రకమైనటువంటి సమావేశాల ద్వారా, ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్ సమావేశాల ద్వారా మేము వ్యక్తం చేస్తూ ఉన్నాము, తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాము. ఇది మొదటగా తెలంగాణతో ప్రారంభమైంది హైదరాబాద్లో. ఇది అన్ని రాష్ట్ర రాజధానుల్లో ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ సెంటర్స్లో ఈ రకమైనటువంటి సమావేశాలను ఈ రోజు నుంచి పెద్ద ఎత్తున దేశమంతా అన్ని రాష్ట్రాలలో నిర్వహించబోతా ఉన్నాం.
మీ నంబర్ ఇవ్వండి నాకు.
For all of us to be represented here, especially from the industry. Next to me, I have the creator of the IT Gateway IT Park, as for KITIA. And also we have from the European Chamber. We both represent, and
ఎదురుగా సార్. ఓకే.
మనం 75,000 jobs Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav కోసం. As of now, we completed 22,000. నెక్స్ట్ మధ్యప్రదేశ్ అని శివరాజ్ చంద్ర చౌహాన్ గారి గైడెన్స్తో చేస్తున్నాము. ఒక్కొక్క స్టేట్ చేస్తూ వస్తున్నాం. అండర్ ద గైడెన్స్ ఆఫ్ Shyambara and DC.
and we have from Nipuna. So we are all planning to do as per our ministers, as per these events. We are already in the as part of the Azadi Amrit Mahotsav. We are already planning a mega job fair. We already done 25,000 jobs, and we are planning to have 75,000 jobs for 10th class to even rural.